Good morning everyone. Welcome to the English class. In the previous class, we learned the poem Daddy Fell into the Pond. Today, we'll see the exercises from the chapter. I suggest you please go through the poem once again and then come back to the exercise part. So let me read out the first question to you. It's a reading comprehension. Write T for true and F for false for these sentences. Now, the first one. The sky was blue and people were in a good mood. Is it true or false? No, it is false. The sky was grey and the people were all bored and they did not have much to do or nothing to talk about. Second question. The poet and his family were spending a day at the cinema. Is it true? No, it is false. The poet and his family were having a family gathering or a family get-together. Question 3. They were thoroughly bored before Daddy fell into the pond. That is true. Now, fourth question. Timothy cried when he saw his father fall into the pond. No, it is false. Timothy danced out of joy seeing the funny incident. So, the statement is false. The fifth one. Daddy was crawling out of the duckweed. Yes, that is also a true statement. Now, sixth one, it seems to the poet that the ducks were angry when Daddy fell into the pond. Is that a true statement? No, it is a false statement. In the poem, it is mentioned that the ducks were making sounds and it sounded that the drake was even laughing. So, that is a false statement. Now, let's move on to the next section. It is answer these questions. The first one, you can note down the question and answers in your notebook. The first question is, describe the day when the family had gone out. Was it a happy day? Let's see the answer. When the family had gone out, the day was gloomy, dismal and dull and the sky was grey. The next question, what was everyone doing just before Daddy fell into the pond? So before Daddy fell into the pond, everyone was grumbling as they were getting bored. Nobody had anything to do or say. And the next question is, who danced for sheer delight? What does this phrase mean? So what does it mean? Timothy danced for sheer delight. This means that he was so completely happy to see a funny incident and he danced for joy. Now let's see the fourth question. What else did the person who danced for sheer delight do? The answer is, Timothy asked for his camera. Timothy was the one who was dancing with sheer delight. Now, Timothy asked for his camera to be given quickly and clicked a picture of his dad crawling out of the duckweed. Now, the fifth question, why do you think the gardener shook silently? The gardener shook silently as he was laughing but did not want to show it. So, he was bent over and laughing without making any sound. Only his shoulders were shaking. Now, the next one, question 6. Who else laughed to see Daddy's plight? Who else laughed? The old drake in the pond also laughed to see Daddy's plight. Let's see the next question. What do you think Daddy said when he crawled out? Daddy might have said, "Why did you all laugh?" Or he might have said, "The water was cold." We don't know. He might have said these words. Now, the next section is values and life skills. And here it talks about the life skill empathy. And what do you mean by empathy? Empathy is the ability to feel and to identify others' feelings or emotions. It's the ability to view from someone else's point. The ability to feel or think from someone else's shoes. So when you empathize with someone, you'll be able to understand and share their feelings. So here we have a question. This is a funny poem where the poet describes a hilarious end to a boring family outing. However, if you see a person slipping and falling, how would you react? Many of us laugh at others' misery. Do you think it is correct? Discuss. So what do you think? Is it good to laugh at others' misery? If we see someone falling, is it good to laugh? Is it correct? No, it is not correct to laugh when you see someone falling. It's not correct to laugh at someone else's misery. The person who has fallen might be feeling embarrassed or he might be hurt. So if you laugh at it, he might feel even worse. What you should do instead? You should go to that person and you should ask him and check upon him whether he is hurt, whether he is okay. And if needed, you should be able to get him first aid. So that is the correct thing to do there. You have to empathize with that person. Clear? Now let's move on to the next section of exercise. It's vocabulary section and it's about moods expressed through colors. See, sometimes we associate our moods with colors. For example, white is considered as a color of peace, a color of purity. Similarly, we sometimes connect our moods with colors. So here we have a note. Read this line from the poem. Everyone grumbled, the sky was grey. So the poet has used the word grey to describe the mood of the people in the poem. They were sad and depressed. So that word, the name of that color, grey, here is used to express or describe that the people were all really feeling low and it was a gloomy day. And below that you can see a question. According to you, what could be the feelings or emotions expressed through these colors? Write in the space provided. And you can see a few colors given there and you can see 3 boxes for each color there. And one mood or emotion is already given there for each of the colors. You have to write 2 more moods or emotions that you might associate that color to. So you do this as an activity now. Please pause this video, finish it and come back. Hope you are done with that. Now let's discuss the answers. So the first one, you have the color red. And there it is given. You can associate that with being bold. And red can also be associated with anger and energy. What about green? Green can be connected to being energetic and it can also be a symbol of prosperity and motivation. In many cultures across the world, green is considered as a color of prosperity. Now, the next one, blue. Blue is a color that people usually associate for being beautiful. You can also associate the color blue with calm and peace, calmness and peace. Now, the color orange. Orange symbolizes something sunny or fresh or bright or colorful, right? So you can associate the color orange to being sunny, happiness or cheerful. Now, the next one is color white and we usually associate the color white with peace, pure and freedom. Now the next one is pink. We associate pink usually with something sweet or bright and healthy. You can write your own suggestions there. These are my suggestions for these colors. Now let's see the next exercise from vocabulary section. It's about rhyming and sound words. Let me read the question to you. Question B. List all the rhyming words from the poem. Add 2 words to each list. Please do this as an activity. Please pause this video. Write or list out the rhyming words from the poem and then come back. Hope you're done with that exercise. Now let's see the answers. In the poem, you can see the words grey, say, day. The ending of all the words sound similar or the same. Beyond, pond. Bright, delight. Quick, click. Knee, silently. Daft, laughed. Respond, pond. So these are a few rhyming words from the poem. You can write these rhyming words in your notebook. Now let's see question C. List all the sound words from the poem. So there are some words in the poem which represent some kind of sound. Those are the sound words. You have to list out the sound words from the poem. Identify them and list out in your notebook. Do this as an activity now. Please pause this video, finish writing the words and then come back. Hope you're done with that exercise. Now let's see which are the sound words from the poem. The sound words from the poem are click and quacked. Were you able to find any more sound words from the poem? If you were able to, you can write them in your notebook. Now let's see the next section of exercise. It is a writing exercise and it's about limerick. What do you mean by a limerick? Have you heard about it? A limerick is a humorous poem consisting of 5 lines. And there are a few rules to follow when you are writing a limerick. See, a limerick is a humorous poem of 5 lines. The last words of the first line, second line and fifth line should rhyme. And also the last words of the lines 3 and 4 should rhyme. And when you write a limerick, you usually start with words such as there once was a or there was a. And here in the writing section, we can see a sample limerick given there. Let me read it out to you. The name of the limerick is Star, and let's see the lines. There once was a wonderful star who thought she would go very far, until she fell down and looked like a clown. She knew she would never go far. So this is a humorous poem written by Caitlin Gidner, and see the words, the last words of the first, second and fifth lines. They are rhyming. Star, far and again far. And what about the last words of the third and fourth lines? Down and clown, which are also rhyming. So this is a sample limerick. Now here your exercise is, now write a limerick on a topic of your choice. So I know some of you are wonderful poets. Now you have to choose any topic that you like and you have to write a limerick on it. So this is an exercise for you. You have to write the limerick in your notebook, take a picture and send it through Teams. Now let's see the next exercise. It's my word bank. Write the new words that you have learned in this poem. Which are the new words that you have learned in this poem? Let's have a look at them. Grumbled. Grumbled means complaint. Dismal means gloomy or sad. Duckweed is a type of tiny flowering plant found in water. You have already seen the picture of duckweed when we learned the poem. Now daft. Daft means foolish or silly. Double up. Double up means to bend over with laughter. Like when you are laughing so hard, you might bend over. That is called double up. Now, sheer. Sheer means nothing other than. It's like total, nothing other than, just this one. So there was a line in the poem, and Timothy danced for sheer delight. That sheer delight means happiness, and sheer delight means nothing other than happiness, which means he danced in complete happiness. Now, delight. Delight means happiness or great pleasure. Merry means cheerful and lively. And slap knee. Slap knee means strike one's own knee with the hand when laughing heartily. Like when you are laughing so hard, you might bend over and slap your knee. So that's called slap knee. So you have to write down these new words and their meanings in your notebook. You have to understand the meaning of each of these words, learn how to pronounce these words, also learn their spellings and learn to make one sentence each with each of these words given here. So children, we have come to the end of the chapter, Daddy Fell into the Pond. I hope the poem and the exercises we discussed in this chapter are clear to you. So that's all for today. We'll meet in the next class with a new chapter. Till then, bye.